You're sitting in your room, you have a nice physique, flawless mental health, and you've even found some meaningful work and achieved many goals, but still you feel horrid. You feel no motivation. Success doesn't even feel that good, and suddenly you have no direction and feel like life isn't even worth living. Well, you're quite lucky because you just found this video. I have some good and bad news for you. Now, the good news is that I found a way to bring back the drive and happiness that you once felt, and actually make success feel worth it by just understanding 3 things. But the bad news is that most likely you're gonna have to leave your old mindset and way of thinking behind. So step 1, changing hurts. I recently read a book called The Mountain Is You, and that was when I realized why I often feel empty after achieving a goal. As humans, we hate change. When something new happens, that means we have to adapt. And in reality, your brain can't even tell the difference between good and bad change. So even when I had just gotten less addicted to my phone and achieved more subscribers, my brain plagued me and told me to go back to scrolling. My brain literally sabotaged my success. And the reason why my brain couldn't adapt to the positive change was because I didn't see myself worthy. Although I wanted success, I had not updated my self-image as a guy who was like successful and could achieve stuff. And deep down I still saw myself as the guy who was lazy, unproductive. And so the way that I actually updated my self-image was with visualization and journaling. And oh my god, this is gonna sound so crazy. Literally speaking to myself. And every day I imagine how it will feel to once achieve the goal. Which feelings will I be experiencing? What will I do? What will happen? When will it happen? By doing this, I pretty much get used to the feeling of achieving that goal and becoming successful. Secondly, a journal. And a journal about who I'm trying to become, because I know my future self better and better. And that is when the crazy stuff can happen. This is where I literally speak to myself. When I know myself so well, I can speak to my future self, right? And I will speak to him like as I'm literally talking to him. And slowly I adapt his way of speaking, being, everything he does, his habits, everything. And after I did these 3 things, I actually got used to how it feels to achieve that next goal. And so my brain was like desensitized to it. Step 2, the top of the mountain. Last time I went on holiday, we went hiking in a mountain. Now, it wasn't any crazy shit, but you know, it's still challenging. And all the way up the mountain, it felt great. It felt like we were getting closer and closer to celebrating and enjoying the view. And it was just like a nice challenge. But then once we got to the top of the mountain, the enjoyment lasted like a maximum of 10 minutes. That is like, it sounds crazy, but as humans, we just always want more. Like there is not a point where we stop and say that is the end goal. And so that is why every time you reach a goal, it feels like when I reached that mountaintop. We feel a slight depression because suddenly there is nowhere new to go, there's nothing to strive for. Is chasing a new goal and wanting the high of success even the right way to go about purpose, happiness and fulfillment? Well, that is step 3, the road over destination. What I've come to realize is that maybe it isn't about achieving the goal that would make us happy. When I think about it, feeling the bliss and fulfillment of knowing that I've had a productive day is way nicer than celebrating an achieved goal. Because again, as humans, we very quickly become used to something. When you get something as a present for Christmas, you're so hyped, but a week later it's just a new norm. And so having achieved your goals just becomes a new norm. So maybe the reason why success doesn't feel as good as we think is because it's not even about the end result. It's about the journey. It's about enjoying every day and going to bed feeling fulfilled. And there is this one quote which I love. The man who loves to walk will walk longer than the man who loves the destination. And the reason why I love it is because over the years, I've come to find it more and more true. It's not about achieving a goal and then just chilling and not really doing anything. It's about finding what you love and then grinding that thing. I think the reason why success doesn't feel as good as we think is because the journey is more fulfilling and brings more joy than the success we get at the end of the road. Alright, that's it. Put one foot in front of the other.